Hi, I'm Polly Jean Harrison with the FinTech Times, and I'm here today at Insurtech Insights. Would you like to introduce yourself to the camera, please?
Certainly. My name's Rob Connell. I'm the CFO of Redkik, which is an embedded Insurtech company who's transforming the marine cargo industry with per shipment insurance.
Fantastic. And so what trends are we seeing in the industry currently?
Well, we are really quite excited about a trend which everybody talks about, which is data. Yep. So, companies want to see, insurance companies want to see their loss ratios, consumers want to get the best price, everybody in between through the supply chain or the value chain wants to have greater efficiencies, and that's something that we believe technology is helping with, and the good use of data.
Yeah, absolutely. And so I guess leading on from that, how are the innovations in technology changing that?
Yeah, so from an innovation point of view, I think we have to look at sort of digital transformation. So the insurance sector, typically in the sort of the consumer area, such as motoring and home, have been quite ahead of the curve. But with something like marine cargo insurance, and what we mean by marine cargo insurance could be road, rail, sea, air, has been behind the curve, and that's an opportunity for us as a company, but it's an opportunity also for the industry, where I believe technology can really democratize this. So I'll give you an example. Half of all shipments, according to UMI, are going uninsured, or perhaps underinsured, and that's where technology will enable people to reach the market and at a price point and a convenience point that will work for them.
Amazing. And so what then about sort of the emerging technologies, things like blockchain, AI, how are they having an effect?
Yeah, it's always an interesting one. If you take something like AI, you have to think of AI as being at the top of the triangle, and the reality is we need to have some good data, and you need to ask the right questions. What are the right questions to ask of the data? And most of what we're seeing, I think, is actually the good use of sharing data and machine learning and predicting outcomes and making the right information available at the right time. So it's not necessarily AI, but certainly for us, we are very into the AI aspect where we are able to prescribe an outcome and give choice.
And then so let's think about the consumers then. How is consumer demand sort of affecting things and how things are being done at the moment?
There's lots of different areas of consumer demand. I think most companies have woken up to be more consumer-led in their product development. They're more agile now because of technology, and perhaps because of whether it's keyword search on social media or whatever it might be. So it is more consumer-led, but there's also some new trends in terms of consumers are conscious on things like the environment. So one of the things we're going to do is, rather than just looking at democratizing through per shipment insurance in terms of price, but why can't we also share the information in terms of saying if you go by sea rather than air, it might be a bit cheaper to insure in terms of the risk, but carbon footprint's higher. So let's give customers demand and adapt our products around that.
Absolutely, and then sort of harking back then to technology, how is the technology helping to deliver these personalized products?
Yeah, and that's a great question. So it's not just a lookup table now. We can look at things like, maybe sea is more efficient than going by air, but we know from external data there's going to be a storm. So technology is really driving that, and then because of the efficiencies of the cloud, etc., it means that we can actually personalize it to you as an individual and not just look at a batch. Yeah, and so you've got access for your UI or your phone or whatever it is, and you can say yes or no or choose a date. So yeah, this real sort of democratizing through the use of technology. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.